So, the Nancy Grace Roman Telescope, also known as the NGR, also known as the Roman Telescope, has been in the news quite a bit lately. But the launch date isn't until spring of 2027, so I figured it'd be kind of cool to talk a little bit about what to expect and why, as NASA nerds, we should all be excited. So, without further ado, my name's Sky, and this is your Space Pod for March 19th, 2026. So last time I talked to you a little bit about personal telescopes, what you should buy and what to use them for. Today I'd like to talk a little bit bigger picture, space telescopes. So in order to get your name put on a space telescope or a space telescope mission named after you, you need to be a pretty big legend in astronomy. So trust me when I say that Nancy Grace Roman might have been the legend. So let's give a little bit of backstory about Nancy Grace Roman. Not only was she the first NASA chairman and one of the most prominent women in STEM, she's considered to be the mother of Hubble. This is because of all the efforts that she went through as chairman to help Hubble come into fruition. This allowed for decades and decades nerds like us to be able to enjoy the wonderful science that came from Hubble, as well as have a cool background on our phone. These are just a few of the many accomplishments that she's had to get her name worthy of being put on a telescope. So the Roman telescope is considered to be the successor to Hubble. This is mostly because of how they look. They look pretty similar, and they both use a 2.4 meter mirror. However, looks can be very deceiving. In my personal opinion, I feel like Roman is going to be able to do much cooler things than Hubble was. To start off, the scale of the images taken by these two are going to be a night and day difference. Roman is going to be able to take pictures 100 times the size of Hubble. This will allow scientists to take data and do a lot of research 1,000 times faster, pretty much, than Hubble, even though Hubble already had a revolutionary speed to the amount of data it could take. The primary goal of Roman is to do research in the fields of dark energy, dark matter, exoplanets, and do infrared observations. This is going to happen by utilizing Roman's wide field instrument, a 300 megapixel camera that has a 0.8 by 0.4 field of view. This is significantly larger than Hubble's 0.06 by 0.06, which is why we get such a larger area when it takes photos. For comparison, the Roman telescope is going to be able to take pictures as large as the moon would look on the night sky. And with Roman's infrared capabilities, as well as being able to do these really wide photos, we'll be able to get a much deeper perspective on how galaxies formed early in the universe. For the exoplanet part, Roman is going to be using something called a coronagraph, which is a special instrument that helps block out starlight. Roman has deformable mirrors and masks, which is going to be able to directly block out the starlight to make nearby planets look a lot brighter. With these technological advancements being put into Roman, it's going to be 3 magnitudes better than any space coronagraph we have currently. With these amazing instruments, I can guarantee that the Roman telescope is going to be the foundation for astronomy research going forward in time. This telescope is set to launch on the SpaceX Falcon Heavy next spring, if things continue to go well, which things are looking good. And with that, I'd like to end our conversation for this time. Again, I'm Sky. I'll see you next time in clear skies, everyone.